Moab 240 is probably the most famous 200 plus mile ultra marathon in the world, probably. It's not on a road, it's through the mountains, through the desert. We'll probably see like 85 to 90 degree weather during the day through the desert, and then down to 30s at night in the mountains. Yeah, it's like there's 32,000 feet of elevation, so it's more than Everest. You got to carry everything on your back, your electrolytes, your water, your hydration. There's aid stations along the way, right? But they're generally anywhere from 12 to 20 miles in between the sections. A lot of them are 16 to 20 miles.
Okay.
That could take 10 hours, 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know, because you're going up mountains. There's a couple sections in 30 miles that you have 9,000 feet of elevation. And, you know, so
I already quit.
Yeah.
So what up, Brady?
Yeah.
You
Go for a little run.
Dude, you're a madman. I don't know how anybody could actually just endure a marathon, let alone like, what is that? How many marathons is that?
5. No, it's like 8 or 9. I don't know.
8 or 9 in 4 days.
26, 240 divided by 26. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, you're
It is like 10 almost.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you know, we're going to try to like maximize your performance, and you've done some stuff prior to, but we kind of added a couple cool things and timing out to hopefully just, you know, the big one's going to be is buffering lactic acid. And we're going to do that with a little bit of baking soda throughout your training. Your carb up process, usually you would normally carb up, but we're going to just put I like putting numbers to it. The goal is to fill glycogen up, but not overfill, and try to keep electrolytes kind of stable. And then once we have them set, it's like my goal is like, I'm going to set dynamite in the muscle and I'm waiting to use it. And then as you're going through, we're going to just keep, it's almost like, or we're going to fill your gas tank up completely without kind of throwing water or pushing carbohydrates or having water go to, you know, sub-Q, make sure your electrolytes are set right. So now as you're going, you're just going to keep topping the gas tank off through the entire way, because you're definitely going to need you got to have a big gas tank for this one.
A big gas tank. Yeah, and normally like I always run out.
Yeah.
At some point. You know, and it's like then you got to stop, do a reset, take time, sleep. Like you got to eat a lot more, and so hopefully, you know, with any luck, this, you know, hopefully prevents a couple of those bonks.
Well, I hope to, as long as, you know, we try to stay within line of things that you typically would do, so we don't do a complete overhaul, especially since it's kind of short notice on this. You know, I think some of the healing peptides in there will kind of keep inflammation down.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have baking soda to buffer lactic acid. We're adding electrolytes and actually essential aminos, which we'll just put in to kind of preserve as much muscle tissue and hopefully allow your muscles to perform at their best the entire way. You know, the only question is, and you could probably explain this, is like once you get past a certain point with like the gels and the goos and all that, like you probably get to the point where you're like, you're just tired of doing it, but it's almost like you got to keep doing it.
You have to, yeah.
Do you ever, in past for like your other races, you said 100 and...
So the longest I've done is 125 miles.
Yeah, so you're just like pretty much
so done with 2x.
You're done with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2x that. And that 125 was, you know, 41 hours, 17 to 20 hours of hell.
Yeah.
So it was at least half the time it was really, really bad.
And how were you like when you were doing that stuff during prior, like, did you digest okay? Do you have any like...
I don't generally have discomfort. No, I generally don't have that.
Everything else hurts, you forget about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's luckily I haven't had any digestive issues, but definitely energy issues.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get low calories, everything hurts more.
Yeah.
Right. And then you just start slowing down a lot more. And it's not by choice. It's just because the body won't go.
Well, and I think, like I said, some of that, and I'm curious to see, even like you did your 12-mile run the other day and you didn't even do the front end and you felt like it made a big difference in the back 6.
Yeah.
Hopefully with this being kind of full gas tank started and us properly just getting things in. And I'm big into like, let's stay with the food you digest. Like, don't completely go like, just because I like doing this. It's like, I was more or less like, hey, what kind of foods do you digest good? Do you like rice? Do you like potatoes? You like doing cereal? Like, if you already know you digest it good, let's put the gas in that you're going to process.
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So I think the other thing that this setup's is set up really well because it's just simple. You're able to make it so I can just do the same thing all the time. So I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
We know the body tolerates it already because that's what it does. And then, but it's giving me all the things that wasn't adding before.
Well, and I was going to say that was a great, like after seeing kind of everything and then talking it through with you on like, not so much what we're doing prep wise, but during the race, it's like, me, I want to get down to the nitty gritty, but then I'm also like, for you, it's like, you need to keep it simple, stupid, and like, let's keep it so you're not having to think too much. Everything's consistent through it. And we'll go through that in a minute. So goal number one, you're flying out, you said Wednesday. So tomorrow we're going to carb up. We're going to shoot for like 1.5 times saturation. So I took like your lean muscle tissue. The goal is we're going to do more than what your muscles could be able to hold. It takes more than a day to load carbohydrates. I love when people are like, oh, I'm carbing up, and they have like the night before. And it's like, got only a little bit of in there. We're going to set it early. And then my goal is to like maintain that set, clean the gut back out. Plus you don't want to be running with like tons of crap in your gut.
Yeah.
So, what we'll probably do tomorrow is we're going to go 1.5 times saturation. So about 726 grams carbs for the day. When I do a high carb day, I like to take protein and fats away so I could drive those carbs.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to focus only on carbohydrates. It could be sushi, like you said, cereal. You could do some pancakes. Once again, stick with the foods you digest well. I did put one of my Ultra Cleanse products in there because I want to make sure you're going to the restroom. As we're setting carbs, I want to get that waste out of there because my goal is to go into Friday at noon, I think you said, with not much food and like not a bunch of crap in the gut. You don't want to be having to stop and so the goal is let's push. I'm going to push that out. So I'm going to use Ultra Cleanse 1 in the morning, 2 at night. The only one we'll kind of look at is the day before the race. Because I want to see how you do with 2 of those. Are not super harsh, but it should just allow the bowel muscles to get everything out. Your meals pretty much for 7 meals. Tomorrow we're going to go 100 grams of carbs. Like I said, cereal, rice, potato, sushi. If you want to sub, I just try to don't purposely eat protein. We're not going to purposely eat fat if it comes in with some of the foods.
But
like enjoy it. Don't. If I know you're a nut, so you're just gonna. You were talking about doing exactly what you told me to do, and you were gonna do a California roll every freaking couple hours. So, your timing to this, I think you said you wake up because I didn't write this on.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my schedule now, so I'm waking up at 7 now.
Okay, so this will be 7 a.m. ish.
Yeah.
So you do 7, and I think with the
it was 9.
You go to bed, so 9:30, right? Or 9.
I think it was every 2 hours.
Yeah,
because I go to bed at like 10 now.
9, 11, 1, 3, 5, something like that. 7
at bedtime.
Yes, and then you're in bed.
Yeah.
So we pretty much got this down. I do want to get electrolytes. So I know you're gonna drink more water than that, but we'll start getting a little bit of baking soda and essential amino acids, which we got here. This is just plain aminos. There's all kinds of brands. I just had those, so I'm gonna give those to you. Electrolytes. And then you'll do that 3 times throughout the day. If you decide to drink some more electrolytes, that's fine.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, we're going to take it down just the straight saturation, so about 484 grams of carbs. I do pick protein, put a little bit of protein back in on this day, so around 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of an added fat. It could be nuts, oil, whatever you digest well.
Yeah.
80 grams of carbs, similar food choices. We'll still get the drinks with electrolytes. I'll still take an Ultra Cleanse morning and 2 at night, so I could push that food out of the gut. Then we're going to do 6 meals, so it'll be 7, 9, 30, 10, 30, 11, 30, 12, right? 2, 30, what is that? 5, 7, 30.
Yep.
Good?
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. And then on Thursday, I'm going to take you down a little bit. We're just going to go about 75% saturation. Let's take a step back though. You're going to probably, I think we said tomorrow, you're going to get a little bit of a walk jog in, just move some,
Yeah. There's 3 miles.
Yeah. Right? Just do like light.
Yeah.
Run or whatever. And then you got more than what you need for the day, so you should still be set.
Yeah.
Another one if you want to do on Wednesday. So like if you put it in there.
Yeah.
When do you fly? What time?
I fly out first thing in the morning. So chances are I'm not going to do anything Wednesday.
Okay.
And then Thursday I'll do like a super light again.
Okay. Well, maybe you do some mobility, like because you're flying out, like just
Food at the airport stretch. Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Just move around, and then you're going to do a light one on Thursday, right?
Yeah, and sort of because the movement helps set the...
Yeah, so as you're putting carbs in, so like, since you're not going to run or move anything,
I could go for a good walk at the airport.
Yeah, get some decent steps midday, just to kind of, plus it'll help you digest your food, or if you eat a meal, walk for, a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you might do some light work, nothing crazy on Thursday. I think I told you like a half-mile walk, do like maybe a mile jog. And just keep it light because you want to save that gas tank for Friday. So light. I took it down, so we're about 60 grams of carbs. I did take protein up a little bit more on Thursday, 30 protein, 10 fat. Okay. Still getting my drinks in. 1 ultra, 2 ultra. We'll play this one by ear. Just let me know how you do after the next 2 nights. Okay. And then game day. Friday, you're going to wake up at what time? Because I know you go at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to sleep in their time, 9 o'clock, which is, so it's too late, 2 hours later than...
So it'll be 9, and you're going to be rolling by 12. So let's do this at 9. So you could either wake up, have 3, 4 pancakes, whole eggs, butter, syrup, salt, coffee, try to get a bowel movement. Or if you want to do it, I'm going to coin it now as the Brady McDonald McGriddles. If you want something less volume, and this is completely up to you. I don't think they're great. They're probably the most unhealthiest thing for you. But it's like protein, carbs, fat, sodium, all in a little bomb. Yeah. So if you ever had a McGriddle with it has the pancake bun, you could do like 2 to 3 of those if you don't want to do this whole monster meal. Okay. So that'll be 9, and then you're gonna mix a drink. So this is kind of be your prep all the way up until you get on the road at 12. I want to
start sipping on that at 11.
Well, I would start sipping just sip on it from the time you get done,
or all morning.
Sip on it all morning from 9 to 12. Okay. Obviously right after you eat, you're not going to want to sip much, but let's try to get maybe 32 to 64. Okay. I'm going to put carbolin in there. Carbolin's a unique carb, and this is something new for you. I've used it for years, especially for endurance athletes. A homopolysaccharide. So it's a potato carb that shuttles like sugar, but it has a longer life in the system. And then I also put a highly branched chain cyclate dextrin, which I like better than just straight up dextrose. It's still fast. So you're getting kind of a mix of carbs there. Your pro mix for your electrolytes, which you like to use. Yep. And then we'll put in that drink about a half teaspoon. And just remember, teaspoon, not tablespoon. Yeah. Okay. And then then you'll start your race sequence. So once we get to the race sequence, we kind of redid. Actually, what was this? Oh, this is your race sequence, but I changed it. So we did a daytime and a nighttime one. Yeah. Because after speaking, kind of breaking it down with you. Your daytime will go, pretty much the first 3 hours will be very similar. We'll do your tailwind, your knack, and then I think, let me just read on here, and that's about 75 grams of carbs, the 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda, glutamine, BPC, and then I added this EAA, this weighs gram per gram. Yeah. So you just add that to those baggies. Yeah. 2 hours and 3 hours. The only difference, I think, actually, those are all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
And I even all that out for you. And then you have a BPC capsule, which is a gastric pentadecapeptide, which will kind of keep the gut hopefully in a good spot, and then it'll just keep inflammation down throughout the system. The name of the game is let's keep inflammatory processes down as much as we can, as long as we can, because that's going to be crucial when we get into that tail end of probably the last 2 days for you. Totally. And then the baking soda, like I said, that's just going to keep buffering lactic acid. You can use beta alanine. I like baking soda. What is that? Nutricost makes a really good training one. Whenever you get done with this, start using it when you train. Watch, you'll get a way nastier pump in the gym than ever. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So, and then on our 4 hour mark, if it's a station or not, we kind of talked about evening it up if you want a little bit. Yeah. So you have your carbolin, your HBCD, your baking soda, your Pro Mix. Yeah. And then we add the EAA still, if you decide to kind of even those out, which I think that would be better for you, because then we're staying in the same theme during the day, about 75 carbs.
Yeah. Okay.
How's that sound?
Yep. Looks awesome.
And then the only difference at the station is this guy right here. Right. You decide to put something in your mouth.
Eat some food.
Yeah. So you'll still have the drink, but you'll get a little extra at those times. Yeah. Plus, your stomach won't get super raw. Right. Yeah. And then you could do something as simple as you could try MRE bars. I don't want to take you away from what you've been doing. Just pick the things that will set well.
Yeah, and they have all kinds of stuff at those aid stations, a lot of hot food and warm,
Nice.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, whatever you like.
Whatever looks
yeah,
good.
Whatever you want to put in your mouth at that point.
Exactly.
I'd probably just want to vomit.
Yeah.
Then we'll go 5, 6, 7 similar.
Yeah.
And then 8 again, this plus whatever you could get in your mouth.
Yeah.
So that'll be your daytime sequence. And then, we said for the PM, you're going to probably, it's not going to be as hot. You're not going to be expending as much. And so we're going to do the tailwind, the knack versus the 2 tailwinds with the knack.
Yeah.
We're going to shoot around 50 grams of carbs per every hour.
Yeah.
Your baking soda, glutamine, BPC, EAAs, which we got.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, station, food, and drink, which is going to stay same theme as this because those are 25.
Yeah.
25, whereas here I had you higher, 35 and 40, whatever it came out with, 40 and 35.
Okay, so this, what I was thinking to do to keep it simple now, but I want to ask the question because I was going to still mix them the same, but only drink half the amount.
Okay.
But then that means that I'm only going to get half the amount of this stuff per hour.
Yeah, I think you'll still be fine because you're going to still have it. Because that's going to be easier for you because then pretty much you're going to end up doing.
Because then I just mix everything the same.
So we're going to be a little bit low. We're going to be about 37.5 then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're still going to probably have a full knack, but at half the tailwind.
Oh no, yeah.
Right,
So instead of it being 50, it'll be 75 like these days.
Yeah, well,
it's easier for you.
Well, it'll be the net result of this.
Okay.
But it'll only be because I mixed the entire, like the 2 tailwinds. I mixed it with 2 tailwinds, but I'm only going to drink half of the tailwind per hour.
Right.
Right. But it only has, which means I'll get all of one tailwind.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So.
But I'm only going to get half of this stuff.
Yeah.
If I do that.
To keep it simple, to be honest with you, this is overkill.
Okay, good. So we're fine.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And listen to me, all that stuff. You weren't doing any of it.
No.
So I look at it as we're optimized, and then honestly, if you're burning less, it's still better. And I'd rather let's keep it simple, so you're not having to rock your world and trying to remember.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
So
just like because obviously in the day everything's harder.
Yeah.
Body's probably moving faster. The heat is another big thing. Like. Is the body proportionately burning less, even though it's...
Yes, I would say +2. There's, running at night, your intensity is not going to be nowhere near what you are during the day, but also you're not going to be taxed as hard from like the climate.
Yeah. Okay.
So, no, I think you'll be good. I think this is a smart move. Plus, you're still going to have your station pickups.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're a little gassed, you might do a little bit more there just to fill the gaps on what you're taking in.
Okay.
Or
my thought was also to keep these carbs, keep that one the same.
100%. That's what I was just thinking the same thing since you said that. So keep same as day.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And that keeps everything tip top.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's a good addition on here. So let's keep that same as day movement. So then all those are the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that'll fill the gap on a little bit of this. Even if you were, plus you could take in if you more, you need more.
Yeah.
And then so we're three sequence, 1 station or food or just the drink you have.
Yeah.
I'd like having that split because I would to go 6 of those or 7 of those and then 1. I think this is going to work much better for you. Plus you're getting the big one is you're getting that carb
Okay.
Every 4.
So every 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple, man.
Cool. Yes.
Now it's up to you, your mind, and freaking just buckling down. So,
dude,
I'm excited to see how you do.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be.
And if you have questions before then, like I said, you got my text or my cell phone. But like I said, let's set the load, let's hold the load, and be ready to just freaking top it off as you go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I've kind of heard of this, and I've heard you've done some ultra long races, but this is obviously the longest you've done. What kind of give me like details, like the Moab 240?
Yeah, Moab 240 is probably the most famous 200 plus mile ultra marathon in the world, probably. So it's a 240 mile loop around through Moab, Utah, around that area, nonstop. And you have 5 days to do it. So it's like 119 or 117 hours nonstop, like straight. And so it's not on a road. It's through the mountains, through the desert. We'll probably see like 85 to 90 degree weather during the day through the desert, and then down to 30s at night in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's 32,000 feet of elevation. So it's more than Everest.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to go 240 miles.
Right.
But yeah, and I think, a lot of times you end up doing 249 miles is often just by, the wiggle waggles but yeah, you got to carry everything on your back. So your nutrition, your electrolytes, your water, your hydration, there's aid stations along the way, right? But they're generally anywhere from 12 to 20 miles in between the sections. A lot of them are 16 to 20 miles.
Okay.
So that could take, if you're going 2 miles an hour, that could take 10 hours, 8 hours, because you're going up mountains. There's a couple sections in 30 miles that you have 9,000 feet of elevation. And, so
I already quit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's twice as far as I've ever gone. Yeah. I did a 100 miler last about 8 months ago. I DNF'd because I had some lung issues. Yeah. And then I sorted out the lung issues, or I thought I did. And I signed up for a 125. And that was only 3 weeks later. Okay. And the 125 was, it wasn't, it was only 25% more than I've ever gone, but it was like 2 times harder.
Right.
And so I can only imagine what 2 times that is going to be.
What made you say you want to just double up what you're going to do?
Yeah, it's just, growth happens when we push ourselves, right? And and so I'm not scared of running 100 miles anymore. I can do that. I know I could do that. I could probably do that with limited training. And that I just want to grow more. And I know, I think God's been, giving me these legs in my mindset so far to be able to show people what's possible. And, and I think, just if I can do this, people can do a 5K.
Oh yeah.
Right. And it's just it does inspire. We have a thing called the 0 to 100, 100-day challenge
over there. So I got to start rocking it.
Yeah. There's a 30-day challenge, 100-day challenge. And that's purely just to help people to get started into fitness. And right. And, that's what this is. Hopefully it shows some people what's possible and gets them into fitness. And it is a stepping stone. So next year we're doing something even bigger.
Plus it kind of puts, I guess, for you, it's like, what's next?
Yeah.
Because you're a guy that it seems like a very goal-driven, goal-oriented guy. I know for me, if I don't set goals,
yeah, we're both.
I'm dying if I don't, have to have something to shoot for. How many competitors typically do this?
It'd be 300.
300.
Yeah.
Do they limit how many? Or
yeah, it's limited at 300. Okay. Yeah. So this one is a draw.
Okay.
So it's luck of the draw. It's probably one of the most applied for.
Okay.
200 plus mile races. It's the longest one ever as well. And yeah, so it's a draw, and there's 300, and I don't know what the DNF rate is, but it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I don't think, with what we're about to do, I think this, at least, you got people in your corner, you got the science in your corner, it's just, I'm now just knocking it off.
Now it's time to put in the work.
Just put in little blocks.
Yeah. 8
small goal
station.
That's it.
Yeah, that'll be what it is. Because otherwise, you're the first 50 miles is pretty easy, to be honest. I'll bang those out in probably 11 hours. You'll run all of that, not up the hills, but you'll run down the hills, you'll run the flats. 50 miles is easy. Things start to get hard at 70 miles.
Dude, I'm you tell me to run a 10K right now. I'm man, that's
12 miles is good. It's once you get into the 17 plus hours, it's
anybody big that who else is doing this race?
So Goggins.
Okay. What do you think? What kind of time you think he's going to put up?
I don't know. He's probably slightly behind me.
Okay. How cool is that to say, 1, you did the world's longest race, and 2, you beat David Goggins?
Yeah, we can only use that if I do beat him.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you have to set goals, man. That's a big goal.
Either that, or I'm going to be right behind him, chasing him the whole time.
Nah, I think I would love to see.
I don't know. He if you've read his book, Never Finished, it's the second book. That was about this race.
Okay.
And so he DNF'd the first one because he had pulmonary edema. His lungs were filling up with liquid. He went to the hospital, went and finished it, after the time. So he didn't actually get the buckle. And then the second year he did it, he placed second.
Okay.
So he's been out for a while. But he's back. He just did a 200 miler, I think 6 weeks ago.
How cool is this lever? I'm yo.
Yeah. Stay hard.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
I can only imagine, I'm going to try to talk to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder
if you pass him.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if he's going to talk to me at all.
He's probably shit, this asshole.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's awesome. Well, I know, too, I said, you're going to have a lot of, you got a lot of people behind you. You got some pacers with you. You're going to have your whole crew trying to put a lot of this together to just support you every step of the way. You know, I know you got some people that will probably call you. Man, I'm game to call you just to kind of keep the mental game going.
Yeah, I'll need it.
Like I said, I would just have your wife let me know like best time where she wants to schedule me in, and then I'll do it. Even if it's the middle of the night, man, I'll get.
Yeah, I don't think you sleep much. You email me more. While I'm sleeping.
I'll probably be like, you're working. He's like, dude, it's like 2 a.m. Like, that's okay.
I know.
Just give me something to do. No, let's 100% have her get with me because I want to just check in on you too, just see how you're performing. You know, I think you have a pretty solid plan. I mean, you already have what you're equipped to do it physically, mentally. Now we'll just kind of just support what you're doing.
Yeah, I think this is gonna make everything, you know, a little. It's going to make, there'll be an edge to it. It'll give me an edge.
Well, I'm curious to see what you thought you would have finished at, and then if, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I'll know if it's working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll feel it.
Yeah, I'll feel it.
I mean, listen, the good gauge is the first 120.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you know what your other.
Well, even at mile 70.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, when it settles in, it's like you're in the pain cave.
Yeah. Just real quick on after Thursday night, no more of those.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll play that last one by ear just to see as far as, you know, how your gut's doing. I just want to clear it out, get everything set fresh, and then after that, it's just let it do its thing, because you're just gonna have minimal food probably every 4 to 8. What is it for? Well, you said about every 10 miles on an aid station, right?
Well, no, it's like 12 to 20.
So, you know, give or take. And then you have, like, some of your crew has stuff with them, like, food-wise, too, right?
Yeah, so they're going to...
like little snackies?
Yeah, so I'm going to...
road snack?
They'll be bringing their own snacks.
Okay.
And then I'll be carrying all my shit for the most part. I mean, they'll probably mule a little bit for me.
So how do you feel like what we're doing this go around is different than what you've done in past for your previous races? I mean, I know you've done, we tried to keep everything in line with things that you're used to, you're comfortable with, and just kind of just small tweaks or some of them are pretty big tweaks, I think, for you.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the biggest change going into this is for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's like, you know, like I was at 0 before, and now there's actually a strategy. Yeah. Right. So it's like you can't even compare what I was doing before and after now. But like, I think, you know, the carbs, the types of carbs, actually even measuring carbs and calculating carbs is obviously a massive difference, because before I was just thinking calories at like, you know, 200 calories an hour is kind of what I was doing before. Now we're going to be like, you know, probably 75.
Glycogen, that's your number one gap fuel. Your body uses that first for energy. I mean, it's calories, but we're doing more glycogen.
Right. So, yeah. So that's completely different than what we did before. And then all the other things in there, like the baking soda, you know, the glutamine and L-glutamine and all those stuffs, like none of that stuff was in there before whatsoever.
Yeah. So I know for sure the baking soda is going to be a game changer for you late in the game. And then, like I said, just not all calories for endurance sports are created equal. Right. Like you take 200 calories from fat source versus 200 calories from like carbohydrate or a good carbohydrate source, and the outcome will be drastically different.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, like I said, it'll be nice to see. I mean, some of the stuff you already had, some of these little products and stuff, it's just you kind of built your own thing. We're just, all we're doing is just enhancing it and just putting a little bit of, I'm thinking you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So this will also be a good strategy to get, like, see how you do, and then you tweak it from there. Yeah. You know, you learn, well, okay, I needed more here, less here, you know, and so leading up to it too, I think a lot of people try to carb up. And even if you carb up for 3 days, sometimes if you over carb, you end up, like I said, you could like spill, the muscles could only handle so much glycogen. And then when they spill over, sometimes you'll put on water weight, you'll look bloated. You could throw electrolyte balance off. Our goal is to, like, let's just fill the muscles to max capacity and just leave them set. And then just, you can only fill them up so much. Right. You know, and just make sure we keep electrolytes set perfectly. That's why when you said the other day about sauna, I was like, after today, like once we start sending carbs, start sending water, let's not, we're not going to shift any water. Because think about it, when you sweat, you're going to pull water. It's going to go from the muscle to the skin external. Yeah. And you're going to also pull sodium out with that. So it's like, I want to just, once we set it, we're going to have a perfectly set machine going into it at least. And then the goal is just manage it as much as we can as we go.
Awesome.
So awesome. Well, cool. Man, get with her. Let me know when I could call you to just kind of, be there and check on you. And
Yeah, we'll get that set up in the next day or so.
I'll call you a wussy and
Yeah, whatever you know.
I'm going to get some ammunition that'll piss you off.
Yeah.
I'll figure out. I'll ask the wife what should.
Yeah, what does he need right now? Yeah, I mean, I think that's also a good thing. It's just like, what's going on, understanding. And this is so important. I mean, I think it's important. What I learned the last one is like, when you have a goal, and I think this is true for anybody in life, like even if you're just like, hey, you're going through a divorce. My goal through this divorce is this.
Yeah.
Let your closest people know, so when you are in your weak moment, that they're going to help you towards your goal.
Yeah.
But obviously that's kind of a bad example, but it's reality.
Yeah, but
it's like, if this is the goal, make sure if I'm saying I want to quit and I want all this, whatever you tell me has to align with the goal we agreed to before.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's so important. Obviously I have a crew around me, but then you guys, and I think everybody has to treat life like that. Like put a crew around you for life.
But help make you accountable and just kind of see it through. Because if not, man, it's
life's hard. So
I always say it's hard enough. Well,
it's hard with it.
I don't think anything can be harder than 240 miles, but I'm going to live vicariously on this, buddy.
Well, I appreciate all your help, man.
My bone-on-bone knees say otherwise. So, well, let me know if you need anything. Like I said, I definitely will stay in touch as we're going through this. And let's crush Goggin.
Yeah, sweet. Let's go.